Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, maybe even good evening. By the time you listen to this, welcome to another episode of the Growth Talk with Glenn, where we dive into the stories of entrepreneurs who dare to dream big and break barriers. Today, I am thrilled to have Heiarii Tetaria joining us, a dynamic figure in the business world, a father, and a 10X certified coach. Also with over a decade of entrepreneur experiences with his ventures, Tentations, and Le Bon Plan, Heiarii has reshaped the landscape of businesses. Heiarii, how are we doing today, sir? Welcome.
Thank you. Wow, what an introduction.
I try my best, man. I did my research, and I want to make sure that I give you a proper introduction because you deserve it, brother. How's everything been?
Thank you. Very good, very good.
So if you don't mind, Heiarii, introducing yourself, like who are you? What is that you do? And who do you help?
So my name is Heiarii Tetaria. I'm from Tahiti, so it's in French Polynesia. And so my name means crown of kings. So when I was born, I had a massive name. So that's something that I'm proud of.
Okay.
And so I'm a business owner since 2007. I started Tentations, which means temptations in French, and it's mainly like a fashion jewelry store that I opened when I was 23, and that was my first let's say venture in opening a business, right? And it was really smooth, but we also had our hiccups and our difficulties and stuff like that, like every business owner has. And I think it's a step, every business owner will have those type of failures, those type of struggles, but it's mainly how you respond to those struggles that will define you.
So when you talk about struggles, barriers, setbacks, do you think that's part of the deal of being a business owner?
Yeah, I think to be a business owner, you have to have a bit craziness in you, because you'll have to always ask yourself difficult questions.
Mm-hmm.
And also discover who you are. I mean, I think being a business owner is one of the best self-development program, because you learn how to face adversity. You learn how to face struggles and see how you react to each type of difficulties. And I don't know any owner that has any type of success that never had any struggles in his life.
There is always a miracle right after the struggle.
Yeah.
If you don't quit, you get to see it. If you quit too early, you might not be able to see it. You mentioned about your first venture into the world of business. What inspired you to get into Tentations in 2007?
So my wife, I always say that my wife is really my inspiration, my muse, and she's the main reason we did that fashion jewelry store, is because she loved fashion jewelry. I mean, we were young. Yeah, we were about 23. She was 22, and she always dreamed of having access to whatever she wants in fashion jewelry. And in Tahiti, there wasn't a store like that yet. So the store is a little bit like Claire's in the US.
What?
So it's a place where people can buy fashion jewelry, but not too expensive, and they can change multiple. They can buy multiple times and stuff like that. And in Tahiti, well, we started with actually not a lot of funds. We started with about $200. We bought for about $200 of merchandise, and then we didn't start directly in a store, right? We started. We did flea markets. We did.
Yeah.
Like at the supermarket parking lots. We really did like the simple. We started really, really low. And but that's part of what my pride is, that we did start very low, and that we can appreciate the success that we have today.
So if you don't mind me asking, you started from zero, $200. Where is that business today?
Well, today that business is considered my smaller business. So today, this year, 2023, we did we did about $600,000 dollars in sales, which is we started very small, so that is a big number for us. And this year we want to surpass the million, and that's why we entered also the 10x
Let's go.
atmosphere.
You're gonna do it. That's amazing. Great job. When Le Bon Plan, did I say that right? Le Bon
Yeah,
Plan.
Le Bon Plan.
When Le Bon Plan came into the existence in 2015, what challenges did you face while managing multiple vendors? And if you have any of those challenges, how do you overcame that?
Yeah, so Le Bon Plan actually was born because of the difficulties we had with Tentation. So we had a moment, we had a lot of success with Tentation. We had about 5 stores, but then there's a crisis, and we felt it as well in Tahiti. And I had, from the 5 stores, I had to close 4. So let's say today we only have one store left. But because of that crisis, because of those struggles, because of those failures, was born Le Bon Plan. And Le Bon Plan is a travel consultant agency where we help Polynesians travel the world, but mainly in the US, and get good deals. Le Bon Plan in French means good deals. And so that's how it was born, because I was looking for a different venture to help me get out of that struggle. Because it was with Tentations, it was starting to get limited, and I couldn't scale it as much as I wanted. And with Le Bon Plan, we were doing a lot more, and we're helping a lot more people also travel the world. And
I love that.
For me, that's something that even, of course, we travel for vacation, stuff like that. But for me, traveling is, for me, one of the best schools of life. To see different cultures, to see different aspects of the world, right?
When you travel, Heiarii, what is that it impacts you the most? Whether you go to Miami, you go to Canada, wherever you go, what is that one thing that you're always looking for that it's like, you know what? I can't wait to get there and see this.
For me, I would try to look for eye-opening experiences and things that will make me think, even if I'm okay with it, even if I agree with it or not. I want experiences that will make me always question myself and question my growth. And it's actually something we've been doing with our kids. So I have 2 sons, and each year we go to a country that we've never been, to experience other cultures. Like 2023, we went to Africa, to Kenya, because they love animals. So, and we're against like zoos and stuff like that. So we wanted to experience the wildlife. And so it's amazing, it's beautiful and all that. But there's also the side of Africa that's very poor, and that helps also our children see that there's a lot of things that we are thankful for, right? That in our life that we should be thankful for. And we should aspire for more, but we should also aspire to help lots of people. And the year before that, we went to India, which is also lots of beautiful monuments, the Taj Mahal, beautiful stuff. And then there's also the part of extreme poverty, where we would see children in the streets and stuff like that. And it showed my children that, like, there's another side of the world. There's beauty in the world, but there's also poverty, and also things that we need to open our eyes to, and that we should aspire to. Like I am in the coaching business now. Like I called my business Life Changers, HT Life Changers, my initials, and because I want to be somebody that opens eyes to my population, to change the mindsets, and to aspire, so people get inspired to help other people. And I think that's the main reason we are here on this world, or on Earth, for me, is to see how better we can help other people. But first, we also have to help ourselves and learn who we are.
100%. And you mentioned as being a parent, as a father, of your two sons, how do you balance your personal life with your professional ambitions?
I share a lot. I share a lot with them. I share the reasons why I do go. Sometimes I travel lots of times I travel by myself and without the kids, but I do share like my vision, why I'm doing it, how it can help us, and that we will spend quality time together. For our kids, for me, I would always say I prefer quality than quantity time, because when I observe parents and even myself before I entered the 10X, is I would spend a lot of time with them, but I'd be on my phone or I would watch TV, but I wouldn't spend really quality time with them. And now they force me, because like a couple of years ago, I was always on my phone. I was really always on my phone, and my kids would tell me, "Dad, we're with you. Turn off your phone. We're here. We want to spend time with you." And that opened my eyes, right? Like life, I mean, eye opening experiences, and kids can teach you a lot in life if you open your eyes to see that.
I love that. You know, it's especially with the family, being present is priceless. And we got so much going on that even when we take time to be with our kids, there's so much going on. I'm guilty of it. Like sometimes I get a message and I get lost, and they told me just like you, like put your phone away. Like we're spending time together, right? Being a 10X certified coach, how do you integrate the principles of these certifications into your business strategies and daily operations?
Yeah, so the business coach I did take at the first for my business. And so at the beginning I didn't take it to do some coaching. I did it really for me, for my people, and to help my business, right? And I saw the results. I entered it last year in 2023 and only got certified about last month, right? But business wise, it changed everything. It made me a better businessman. It made me sell a lot better, but also learn how, like, all the systems and all the processes and how to market better, and eventually also how to get a better team.
Listen, Heiarii, if you don't mind sharing a particular transformative experience that pushed you to go beyond the boundaries, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, so for me, going beyond your boundaries, going beyond your comfort zone is something that's important. It's something that lots of people talk about, but you have to really do it. You have to really experience it. And most of the times it's really when you experience like extreme failure, or when you really hit the rock bottom, that you have to do that, right? You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to get out of your boundaries. And so for me, it was during COVID. During COVID, Le Bon Plan, which was doing very well, COVID crashed it all. Yeah, because we were in travel. So our borders were closed for about a year. So we couldn't go out of Tahiti for about a year. And so I had to start refunding everybody, right? And it wasn't something that was planned. And I went in a lot of debt. I went in a lot of debt to be able to refund people. But that's a principle that I take pride of, is that even if something bad like that happens to us as a businessman, I feel obligated to be there for our customers. And that helped us after COVID. So during COVID, we were refunding everybody. We went to debt. I had to take out all the life insurance I had on me, on my kids, on my wife. And we were about, I think, we were about 500K in debt. We had to refund people like that. And so I went like in full depression. Yeah. And my wife was saw that. And that's why I think also it's important to surround yourself with really, really good people. And I will always be grateful for my wife and what she did in lots of parts of my life. So she would put motivational videos and stuff like that. Nothing would hit me. And then I heard a man said that if you're poor, you're selfish. If you don't do whatever you can to be successful, you're selfish. And like that made me listen to the interview, and I listened to the whole interview. And that was Grant Cardone, right? And that's how I met. I mean, that's how I heard of Grant and the 10x movement, and that literally changed everything. Yeah, it put me. It's like if you held a mirror in front of me and told me, "Look at you. Look what you're doing. Is this the person you want to be? Is this the best version of yourself, or can you do more?" And and like he says, everything you do is, if bad, good, whatever, it's your fault. You're responsible for your actions, your reactions, and everything. And I think we should have a constant mirror in front of ourselves, and to take action on everything that we claim or that we say, and just not just say stuff that's popular, but really take actions. And that really helped me. So from 2020 to 2023, I would just listen to all the podcasts, all the free stuff that Grant did, and he does a ton of free stuff, right? And then 2023, well, we went to the first GrowthCon that we attended, and it changed everything. It really, like I said, eye-opening experiences, and that was a life-changing, eye-opening experience for me. And so that opened my eyes and made me believe in myself a lot more, and made me discover that I can do a lot more, and that I'm selfish if I don't do that. And we all have the potential to do amazing stuff, but we really have to look ourselves in the mirror and say, is this the best version of myself? Or can I get out of my comfort zone, or can I get out of my boundaries and do a lot more?
I love that. It's so awakening because and I don't know if you know this, right? But like in 2017, I was literally homeless with my wife and kids. And that's how, the same thing, like searching to see how can I get out of that. I found Grant Cardone in YouTube. Same thing. Everything that he does for free, because 80% of what he does is free. And started learning and implementing. And I realized that I needed to become another person, another version of myself. And what you say, like taking full responsibility. And that's when my life just went boom, 360. And now, after a few years, now we're here. Right now we are partnered with Grant Cardone. We get to help other people be the best version of themselves. So I appreciate you, Heiarii, sharing that, because the power behind the story. How many people might be at the same situation, and you are the only one responsible for it? Just take action. I love that.
Yeah.
How about this? If you had to start a completely different business tomorrow, what industry will you choose, and why?
I think it would have to be something online, something with IA and all that, because that's the world where we're going.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, it's not something I understand well. But I think we have to learn and get out of your comfort zone and do the things that we need to do and not what's comfortable. But if I had to do a new business, it would be something online and with marketing and AI and all the new technologies.
Do you currently have your e-commerce business for your jewelry, or it doesn't make sense?
No, we will, because I met a young Polynesian that really is really into that. And it's something that we will have to evolve to, because now we have a brick and mortar store, but we need to do also the online stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Imagine that we are in 2030, which we come in 6 years from now, right? How do you envision the growth of your business, and what new boundaries are you aiming to surpass?
So as a personal growth and more in the coaching business, I want to get out of my boundaries. I've been told multiple times that Even though French Polynesia, even though Tahiti is my place, is my dot, is the place I want to impact the most, that I should try to look more global, bigger, and that even if that it would be selfish of me not to try to help other people as well. So I think 2030, I would be more into public speaking, which is something that I'm actually scared of. I mean, I'm really it's not in my comfort zone. And yeah, and helping because when I started the 10x business, I wanted to impact because in Tahiti we're about between 200 and 300,000, so we're not a lot of population. So when I started, I wanted to impact 200,000 lives in Tahiti. Then I went up to 300,000, which we are currently now. And now, ever since actually certification last month, I put that number up to 1 million because I know that I can help also other people in the world.
I love that. Outside of Tahiti, right? And this is the beauty of it, the technology. Whether you are in person or you can do a group event these days and reach thousands of people in one shot, which is amazing. Well, let me ask you this. I know that you have heard this question before, but what does 10x means to you? Heiarii.
So 10x for me would be like would be asking yourself the questions. Are you doing 10x efforts? Are you doing 10x? Are you getting the best version of yourself? Are you impacting 10 times as many people as you should? And the further I go on this journey of the 10x, I understand that it's not about me. It's about living a life of intentions and contribution, right? And if I can help a lot of people, I can also help myself. And I discovered that let's say I'm learning a lot more about myself when I'm helping other people. So for me, 10x would be, for me, mainly it's 10x more efforts and 10x actions and thinking big. And like 10x, it can be so many things for so many people. But for me, it would be like, how can I help 10x more people?
My last question, Heiarii, since we're coming to the end of this, if you had an opportunity to talk in front of an audience, right, and share your story, which is quite powerful, what would be a recommendation that you can give like a young entrepreneur that they want to go ahead and start their own business and go beyond their boundaries?
So the main things that I've learned and that I would write down, let's say day after day and day after day, would be to never give up. Life isn't easy. Business isn't easy. Take out as many distractions as you can. Take out as many noise as you can. Because when you're on top, there'll be a lot of good noise, right? But you can't listen to only that. You have to remember from where you came, from where you're from, how you began, why you began, and to never give up. For me, the most important thing is really never giving up, not only on your business, but on yourself. You always have to believe yourself.
I love that. Let's say somebody wants to get in touch with you, Heiarii, they want to learn more about your travel business, your jewelry, or your coaching. How can they do that?
I think they can just like look me up at the because not many people have my name. It's yeah, so that's something good that's being having a unique.
You dominate the SEO on your name. SEO.
Yeah, so yeah, you can. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and you could just and honestly, I love connecting with people. I love really connecting with people, and I think that connecting with people opens your eyes. Like when I was at certification, listening to different stories really opened my eyes. The first, like last year when I came into the 10x business coaching program, like I would go on calls and I would see you with your energy and everything that you give, and it really opens our eyes and shows us that we can do so much more. And I like every time I see you, I always say thank you for your energy,
I
because
know.
you do bring such a good energy. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. And like as you saw it, man, the same person that I'm in this call, whenever you see me in person, I'm just that same person. And and that's something that I learned through the 10X community, that it's just be the best version of yourself always. And that way people can see that and people will appreciate that. And if for some reason nobody likes it, I mean that has nothing to do with you. So keep being
Yeah.
yourself 100%.
Always.
Heiarii,
Yeah.
I have to thank you for your time, your
Thank you.
knowledge, your expertise, your insights, your story. Now I get to know your story. Many other people gonna get to know your story and learn from it. As you know, we always do over deliver, always giving more to our audience, customers, prospect, clients. Would it be okay if we close with a quote?
Of course.
From page 9 to 85, you pick a number.
55.
55. Oh, this is perfect. If you are flying under the radar, you will never launch into orbit. If you're flying under the radar, you will never launch into the orbit, which it means, from the words from our mentor, if people don't know who you are, they can't buy from you. If they
Yeah.
don't know you, they can flow you. So get out of obscurity. Let the world know who you are. What is that you do? Who do you help? And how do you help? And keep becoming the best version of yourself. Heiarii, anything else you want to add before we close out?
Well, I would invite everybody to come discover our islands in Tahiti, French Polynesia. It's beautiful. And yeah, have big goals, but even bigger actions. And never give up. Never give up. And always believe in your potential and who you can become.
I love that. Thank you again for joining us today in the Growth Talk with Glenn. I'll see you in the next one. And do not stop dreaming big. And like Heiarii say, even bigger actions. Have a wonderful day. Wishing you the best of success, health, and wealth. And have a wonderful day. Let's go. Let's go.